Hello, Mark Laudi coming to you live from Innovfest Unbound 2018 at the Sands Expo and Convention Centre, and the Country Managing Director of Accenture is with me. Teo Lay Lim, thank you so much for being with us. One of the important things that Accenture is talking about all the time now is workforce of the future. What does it look like?
I think the workforce of the future is going to be very varied. It's not going to be a one-size-fits-all because the clients and the marketplace that we need to deal with, as well as the type of services that we are looking to configure for our clients, will be very different. So you start off with, the typical consulting strategy types, all the way to folks that really get into digital in a big way, help people reimagine, redesign, be creative. Those are all the different types of profiles that we are looking to be able to put together to support any single client in their aspirations.
I thought consulting was all about people, people like me, people in suits, people with MBAs, people who, the president's scholar type of people. Is that still true?
We like all types, so I'm not in a suit today, but it's reflective really of the fact that I think we believe that our people need to be fit for purpose. And so whether it be a really high-end boardroom, we have a dress code today which says dress for the day. Dress for the day means if you are in the board presentation, you need to dress in a way that's relevant to a boardroom. If you are going to do a creative workshop that you need people to just be able to just let their hair down and get to the creative energies, you need to be dressed for the day for that reason. And so hopefully we are looking at not stereotyping talent, we're looking at making Accenture a place for all sorts of talent who can be in Accenture to thrive and to become the best version of themselves doing what they love to do.
You're almost making it sound like anyone could rock up to you, hand you your CV and say, give me a job. I'm sure that's not quite like that though. So where do you draw the line? What are some of the key things you look out for?
I think we look for people who've got the energy, who've got the purpose, who have for sure the desire to continue to learn, and a passion to excel in what it is that they do, but also with a mindset that is very focused around the clients and on having that commitment to make sure that our clients ultimately are successful as a result of what they bring to the table. We're also looking at people who are collaborative, people who can work together with others, because given that we are diverse, we don't expect that there's going to be one right answer. And so we want to bring together people who are so different, but who are able to see that combined together, they're going to bring a much more complete package to whatever it is that we set out to do.
So how do prospective candidates who are watching us here, either live or on the recorded version, having this conversation, what sort of things should they prepare for a job interview? In other words, how can they demonstrate that collaborative approach? How can they demonstrate their energy, their passion, their customer focus?
Sure, I think the first thing is we need to see evidence that they have been able to learn. And it doesn't matter what they've learned, so you could have someone who is a chemistry major, applying to Accenture, and that would be perfectly fine. Through the recruitment process, we created all sorts of opportunities to demonstrate or to assess people as they come and work together. So whether it be hackathons or case studies, we bring people into a room, we expose them to the way of workings, and then they help, and that helps look at how people operate. And then to help visualize, we actually tried, to apply the things to ourselves. We have created the virtual reality experiences for campus. So people put on these goggles in the campus, they can see a day in the life of a person at Accenture. And so, through all of those means, they can visualize what it would be like to work in Accenture and get a feel for whether that's for them or not.
Right. So it goes far more beyond the traditional interview where you just sit opposite somebody and answer questions. You're actually showing that you're demonstrating it.
Because it's it's not about what people want you to know, it's about the behaviors as well. So I think the behavioral aspects have to come across in the process.
Yes. And when we talk about workforce of the future, there's been a lot of emphasis on diversity. You've made the point just now. But does that include diversity in terms of maybe not so many academic qualifications, that you don't necessarily need to be a straight A student?
I think we still value academic qualifications as one indicator of skills. But today we have become a lot more diverse in where we hire talent from. So in the past, it will be through the universities. Today we've gone to the polytechnics because we find amazing talent in the polytechnics. So we've got programs that actually reach out, bring them in, and ensure that they're successful. Because these kids out of the polytechnics are then entering the workforce a lot younger and a lot earlier than, say, their counterparts in universities. But for sure, we're looking at different types of people. The creative types may have come up through a different pathway. And so we're looking at fit for purpose talent, fit for purpose skills, and fit for purpose experience.
And is that why you're here at this event?
That's exactly it. I mean, we're not, this is a startup event. Lots of people in jeans, t-shirts, on scooters, and that is a good representation of the profile of the people that we bring in at scale in digital. And increasingly, I think every generation is going to bring across its unique attributes to Accenture, and that's what we hope is to continue to be really, really connected to the workforce of the future.
What will it be like, just finally then, let's say you've got your staff, you're constantly reinvigorating with new talent, fresh talent from all walks of life. How will the typical office environment change in the workforce of the future? What can we expect?
Well, I mean, our officers today capture that expectation. We believe that it's got to be liquid, of really flowing. You're coming into the office mainly to collaborate with others. We have facilities that you can use to do so. We also collaborate globally. So all of the technical infrastructure that allows me to have this conversation with someone across the screen, miles away, halfway around the world, that's got to be there. And then finally, we've got places that people need to go and think and be by themselves, and that doesn't change wherever it is and whenever it is that that you're in. So again, fit for purpose, appropriate for the task, but again, from collaboration to deep thought and design and thinking, all of that has to happen.
It's great to talk to you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure talking to the country manager of Accenture here in Singapore. And if you go to the YouTube channel where you're watching this clip, either live or recorded, make sure you click subscribe. But there's also the Accenture Twitter feed where you can, which you can follow and get more news on the various programs, whether you're fresh talent, maybe a prospective customer, maybe you're a startup. Follow Accenture ASEAN on Twitter or Accenture ASEAN on LinkedIn. I'm Mark Laudi. I'll be back in a little while here live from Innovfest Unbound 2018 at the Sands Expo and Convention Centre.